Roll baby, leaving your homework until the last minute. That's me right now. The workbook's coming. If you have applied for the workbook, don't worry. We'll get that workbook out to you. I'm just adding the finishing touches to it because we've had to make a few changes to a couple of the things that we had planned for today. But that's how we roll. That's how we pivot. So don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right. So hour 2, we're talking about comparison is killing your business. So let me know if you're somebody who is constantly comparing yourself to others. You're like looking at other businesses and other competitors, and you're always looking at how well they're doing and thinking to yourself, hey, I'm just not good enough. Are you that person who has imposter syndrome kind of sneaking in all the time? Or maybe you are looking at other people, right? Yes. Okay. So you're looking at other people and you're also thinking to yourself, oh, they make more money and I don't think I can get there. Right? Or how can I be that good? You see, the thing is when you're spending all your time looking at other people and their businesses, what happens is you get sucked down a rabbit hole of comparison. And have you heard the term, comparison is the killer of joy? It is also the killer of your business. You see, we're all on our own path. And what I want you to do is, rather than comparing yourself to others and letting imposter syndrome sneak in, I want you to think about comparison in a way that it is useful to you. Okay, so you're comparing where another business is and think to yourself, I'm going to look up to them and to reach where they are, to achieve what they have achieved. So you can model success, right? Rather than letting imposter syndrome sneak in, just think, hey, I'm not there yet. Don't let it be the killer of your business. You see, say this is how I like to explain it. Say there's a line, right? And you're right here in the middle on that line. And you're looking up to the people that are further up the line than you. What you want to do is you want to look at those people and model them. Model the successful people and grab onto them, and it will help to pull you up. But then think about those people that are just like you were yesterday, a year ago, or 2 years ago, before you figured out that thing that you help and serve people with. Know that there are people down here that are looking up to you to do the same thing. They want to be uplifted and inspired by you. Now, if you are thinking, like, I always give this example of everybody has competition. Everybody. I'm in one of the most competitive industries out there. Right? I'm in the marketing field, teaching marketing, and there are marketers everywhere, right? So, hang on, bring me back. So there are marketers everywhere. And the thing is, do you know what makes our business different to all the other people out there? What do you think it is? The sparkle. Nobody else can be me. Just like nobody else can be you. You've had your own story. You've walked your own path. You've been through all the own things. You're like a unique fingerprint on the planet. So even if you're comparing yourself to others, no matter what, you're always going to be different because you are the thing that makes people and your business different. So every time imposter syndrome sneaks in, what I like to call it is the itty bitty shitty committee. It's like this little inner critic sitting on your shoulder, right? Chatting away, telling you you're not good enough. You know, there are better people out there than you. what I want you to do is I want you to flick it off. Flick off that itty bitty shitty committee, and I want you to change your thought processes around looking at your competitors and look at them as inspiration so you can model success. Okay? And then you know that you are the defining factor between them and your business model. You see, here in our local town, it's a very small town. We have traffic lights now, so it's not that small. But, you know, there are 4 fish and chip shops here in our tiny little, what a lot of the people call country, but we now have traffic lights. But somehow they all survive. Now, it's not because one person has better fish and chips than the other person. The thing that makes them different is the people behind the counter. You see, every time I walk into Six Ways, that's the one I go to, right? I don't go to any of the others. Every time I walk in, Alex goes, "Hey, Sally, love, how you going?" And his wife will pop her head out from around the hall. "Oh, Sally, hi," right? And I go back because of the people. You see, people buy from you maybe because of the thing that you sell, but they stay because of you, because of your personality. You know, not everyone likes the sparkle. Not everyone likes all the crazy. Some people tell me I'm too bubbly. I'm sorry. Or I'm actually sorry, not sorry. I am not being sorry, because I had a coach one day who literally told me, like, I'd been paying her to coach me. She hadn't watched any of my live streams. And then one day she called me and she goes, "Sally, I just watched one of your lives." And I'm thinking, well, I've been paying for you for a while now. Why haven't you watched one sooner? But, you know, that's another story for another day. She goes, you need to take a really good hard look at yourself. I'm like, "Oh, why? What have I done?" She goes, "Sally, you're too bubbly. You need to tone it down." So you're telling me not to be me. I'm like this around my family. I'm like this at the dinner table, and my daughter's going, "Oh God, Mum." Right? In the restaurant, I'm loud. Right? My mum is louder than me. So when we all get together, one person just gets louder and louder and louder and louder. Guess what I did with that coach? I fired her. Because she's telling me to be something else. I realize that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, or if you're me, cup of coffee, right? I'm not everyone's cup of coffee, but I own the place where I am on the line. I own where I am, and I look to my competitors. I look to people that are more successful than me, and I want to model them. I want to model success. All right, so when the workbook comes out, or if you've already got the workbook watching this video, make sure you head to the workbook and answer the question. If you haven't yet grabbed a workbook, you will find the link up above to grab the workbook, and we're running a scavenger hunt. So each of the topics today, there's going to be a little clue that you'll be able to fill out in the workbook. All right, and we're kids right now, the night before exams, doing our studying or about to submit our homework, because my bot guy jumped in. He goes, "Sally, you're talking about a workbook, but the work's not books. Where is it?" And I'm like, "I'm just putting a few finishing touches on the workbook. You'll have it in a minute. It's coming, James. It's coming." You'll all get to meet James at the after party at the end of the 24-hour live. You'll actually get to meet James in the after party, and you can all tell James, you know, it's okay. I stress him out sometimes with the last minute stuff. He's like, "It's not working, and the banner on the Facebook page isn't changed." I'm like, "My graphics girl will be in soon. Joyce will be in soon. She'll fix the graphic." You know, I preach imperfect action, right? Just do it. Just get it done. But I think sometimes I do drive my team crazy. But luckily, they're all amazing, and I love them all so much. All right, so we are, I'm trying to keep to my 15-minute time limit or under, so that you've got time to binge watch any episodes or lessons. So if you're already joining us, or you're just catching up and this is your first one, go back, make sure you grab the workbook, and the best place to follow all of the lives is on my Facebook business page, because I'm guaranteeing to go there every hour, even though you may see this sort of spread somewhere across the internet on various different places and platforms. The guaranteed place where I will make sure I'm live, if I have to head out for any reason, I have to go live on my phone, it will be on that business page. All right, so use the link to go and grab yourself the workbook, and also you'll be registering to join us in the after party, so the last 2 hours of this crazy 24-hour marathon. All right, guys, don't forget to comment below one lesson you've learnt from this and what you are going to do different as well. Every time you finished a video, your goal at the end of each video is to fill in the treasure hunt and to comment your one key learning and what you've liked best. And if you want to throw in what you're loving about this 24-hour marathon, I would appreciate that too. All right, as always, never let anyone dull your sparkle. I'll see you at the top of the next hour. Hey, Angela, good to see you. Now I see also, actually, before I go, and I've still got a few minutes, we'll fix that. I'll get James to look into why the link's not working. But if you've got that little Facebook round squiggly thing, there's a couple of links you'll need to click for Restream so that I can actually see your face. So I'll make sure in the next broadcast, and I'll go back and add it to all the previous broadcasts, you need to give permission to Restream so that I can actually see your faces when you comment. Otherwise, you just come up as Facebook user. Hey, Angela. See, and then Angela, because she's given Restream permission, recognition by the regular people. Yeah, baby. All right, guys, I'll see you on the top of the next hour. I'm at 12 minutes. I'm doing well. I know I talk a lot. My team are like, you can't do that, Sally. Keep under 15 minutes. Watch me try. See you on the next hour, guys.